Welcome to Kiddo-Preneur, a show that teaches kids about the value of money, hard work, and the importance of learning about business early on. Welcome to Kiddo-Preneur, where it's cool for kids to learn about business. I'm Mike Yoreta, and here's what we have in store this week. We check in on our Kiddo-Preneurs and discover science in a jar and a cool terrarium. Then we'll meet up with Sonja herself of the famous Cupcakes by Sonja. Then we'll get creative and turn a picture frame into a tray. But first, let's see what's happening at the Kiddo-Preneur Bazaar. The Kiddo-Preneur Bazaar has been held annually for about 5 years now, and it's taught me never to underestimate the power of ideas and the unbridled creativity of enterprising kids. So how did the idea for this come about? Well, it all started with an idea to teach my own little girl.
It started out of a mom's need to teach her daughter about math, money, and the need to learn how to earn. My daughter was 6 years old then, and she was learning about money in school, and the concepts were a little gray to her, and she needed reason to want to understand. So we wanted to set up shop. I wanted her to have a little cupcake stand, but we didn't have a place to put it. So we thought of creating a venue where children like her could try their hand at entrepreneurship. Just a safe, fun venue where they can, be creative and experience what it'd be like to sell.
And sell she did, with her very own educational enterprise, which she runs with her younger sister, Ava.
Hi, I am Briella Reda. I am 9 years old. I am Ava Reda. I'm 4 years old. We run Science in the Jar. We wanted to do something different, like what no one was selling, and so we came up with the idea of caterpillars.
Each caterpillar kit, which is sold for 200 pesos, comes with a jar filled with leaves. Unlike the usual green or brown caterpillars we find in our gardens, these caterpillars are a tad bit more special.
It is black, and it has white stripes, and it has the color red on its back.
And of course, they don't stay as caterpillars for long. So, how long does it take for the caterpillars to turn into butterflies?
And if it's a fat one, then it will take like a week, and then it will be a cocoon, and then the cocoon will take a week, and then it will be a butterfly. When it's a butterfly, you let them go in your garden.
Like the girl's tagline states, let it grow, then let it go. Once the caterpillar breaks away from its pupa, the owners are then asked to let these beautiful creatures fly free in their gardens. Aside from learning about science, Briella and Ava have definitely learned a lot about running their own business. So what are their tips for other aspiring Kiddo-Preneurs?
Running your own business is hard, and you also have to, when you earn your money, you have to spend it wisely. Make sure you have a nice booth and be friendly.
Two other enterprising Kiddo-Preneurs that have a business with a natural product, among other things, are friends River Nunez Uhing and Lovely Dumali.
Hello, I am River and I am 11 years old.
Hi, I am Lovely, 11 years old.
And we both run the Chocolate Apple.
And Chocolate Apple's prized products, a delicious homemade apple pie, story stones, and those beautiful terrariums, which River is most proud of.
Well, it's a small living ecosystem inside a glass fishbowl. About the small ones like these are about 500 to 600, and these are 700 to 800.
So how did they think of creating these terrariums?
I used to do botany class, and I just applied it na lang to Kiddo-Preneur, and I thought it would be a great idea.
I agree, selling terrariums is certainly a cool idea.
We can donate to affected places of the Philippines, storms, earthquakes. Still sell when we're older, run a business, be a lawyer.
Well, we're very happy to be part of Kiddo-Preneur, which is a very good venue for kids to learn how to do business. Well, last year we saw an ad about Kiddo-Preneur on the net, and I broached it with River and his mom. And since both parents are into the arts a lot, so his mom said it would be good for the child to learn about finances and not produce when you feel like it and not produce when you don't feel like it. And River was very good with the idea. And ever since we introduced the idea of doing business to him, he started keeping money in a little blue safety deposit box. So we keep track of like when I borrow some coins from him or I need change for the parking. We keep track of what I owe him. But then, bottom line is, if it's family helps each other.
So kids, if you have a great idea for a business, let your parents know about it. You never know, with their help, it might just be the next big thing. It's the cupcake store that redefined cupcakes as we know it. Let's step inside the wonderful world of cupcakes by Sonja. That's up next on Kiddo-Preneur.
Space offers the newest innovation through real estate investment, a combination of condominium, dormitory, and hotel into one residence. A Condormitel. Invest in a 3 to 4 bed space unit and let space do the rest. Fully furnished units managed and rented out for you as the return in your investment grows throughout the years. Major Homes presents Space.
We're here at the very first store of Cupcakes by Sonja, where some of the best cupcakes in town are made on site. Now, while they have 10 outlets around the metro, this is where it all began for cupcake queen Sonja Ocampo. Pure delight in a distinct blue box? That's what Cupcakes by Sonja has brought thousands of loyal customers over the past 8 years. It was a concept ahead of its time, but it's a gamble that certainly paid off.
The thing that I like so much about the business is that during the time, not a lot of, there were bake shops, but they were selling cakes, like the whole size. And I really, really love the concept of a cupcake, that it's individually portioned, it's perfect for on the go. And for me, the flavors, the possibilities were just endless. There were so many things that you can make into a cupcake. So I thought that was something that we were missing, I think, at the time, because you had all the big chain bake shops, but there was no old-fashioned one where you go inside and you smell and you see it coming from the oven. I mean, it was a very simple concept, but I felt that we didn't have it.
The plan was for a neighborhood cupcake store with a nostalgic feel. Housed in a 45 square meter space in Surrendra, cupcakes were baked on site. And the customers and loyal followers came in droves.
For all intents and purposes, this is all you, a 100% product by you, your name on the store. The business is just, it was a huge creative outlet for you and a wildly successful one. How does that feel?
Well, thank you. But, I obviously didn't do this by myself. I mean, but I hear you, yes, I started it, but I have a lot of amazing help. I mean, there are people that are working for me that, they've allowed me to grow the business and to make it what it is. But, there's still so much for us to learn and so much for us to do, I think. And it's exciting also for all of us.
Who would have thought that cupcakes priced above the going rate would enjoy such an avid following? Cupcakes by Sonja was the first of its kind, a gourmet cupcake store, and the market was willing to pay a premium for the quality.
When you're sure about your product, or when you feel like for me, I always tell my people is that, bottom line is it has to taste good. So let's find a way for it to taste good and not to have to compromise ourselves, but at the same time, still think of it as a business where, you still want to be able to make it affordable for people.
Seeing cupcakes being made right in front of us, I couldn't help but ask Sonja if I could try my hand at frosting a cupcake. She showed me how, and then it was my turn.
Okay. Want to try?
I will give it a go. I'm going to pull this down. You start in a circular motion. Go around. And then, there we go. Pwede na. I can work here now.
Recently, Sonja partnered with like-minded individuals after wearing too many hats for too long, and this helped her expand the business.
It was a big step, I think. I was doing this for the first 6 years all on my own, and of course, I was really, it's hard when you're trying to do many hats. Also, I think there are areas of the business that are compromised when you do that. So it was a big step.
It was a big step, but a big step in the right direction. So, what inspires a person like Sonja to keep making these irresistible creations?
I guess for me, it's everything and anything. I'm a very curious person, and I'm really very much open to learning, and I think that's sort of like been my mantra for so many years.
Well, Sonja, 8 years in the making, and you've created quite a cupcake empire. I don't know a kid or adult that isn't familiar with your brand and that doesn't love it. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's dig in. What's your favorite flavor?
Our Death by Chocolate. It's
Death by
Chocolate.
It pays to be creative. We'll show you how to repurpose a picture frame and transform it into a useful tray. That's up next on Kiddo-Preneur.
Space offers the newest innovation through real estate investment, a combination of condominium, dormitory, and hotel into one residence. A Condormitel. Invest in a 3 to 4 bed space unit and let space do the rest. Fully furnished units managed and rented out for you as the return in your investment grows throughout the years. Major Homes presents Space.
We've shown you how to add value to an ordinary mason jar. We've also shown you how to use otherwise forgotten objects to add color and texture to an ordinary bottle of soap. Today, we'll show you how to repurpose a picture frame. Here's what you'll need: a wooden frame with glass, acrylic paint, 2 cabinet handles, masking tape, and a printout of a chevron pattern. Here's what you'll need to do. If you choose to do a chevron pattern, print and cut one out to make zigzag strips. Remove the glass from the frame and then stick masking tape around the frame to make a border. Using the chevron strips as a guide, make zigzag patterns on the glass using the masking tape. Repeat until you've covered the glass, making sure to leave spaces in between each pattern. Paint over the glass using an acrylic paint color of your choice. Wait about 5 to 10 minutes, giving the paint enough time to dry, but don't wait too long as the paint may crack if left to dry completely. Now peel the tape carefully to reveal the painted pattern. And peel the tape from the border as well. While waiting for the paint to dry, attach the cabinet handles to the frame using wood glue or a screw. There are lots of handles to choose from. You can even mix and match. When the paint is completely dry, attach the glass to the frame with the painted side facing the back. secure with the metal pegs of the frame. Now you've increased the value of an otherwise underutilized object. Now stock up so you can sell items like these for a profit to family and friends or at the next Kiddo-Preneur Bazaar. Now let's take a look at your costs. A wooden photo frame for 120 pesos. Masking tape for 30 pesos per roll. Acrylic paint at 40 pesos per container. Cabinet handles at 30 pesos each. Your unit cost is 250 pesos each. And your cost per tray is 250 pesos. Our suggested selling price is 375 pesos. Now that's a profit of 125 pesos per tray. If you can sell 10 trays, which shouldn't be too difficult, that's a profit of 1,250 pesos. Now, what to do with all that money? Of course, a Kiddo-Preneur would reinvest part of it into the business. Being an entrepreneur means being able to create something out of nothing. We hope you enjoyed our show. We'll see you again next week on Kiddo-Preneur. For questions, comments, or inquiries, please contact info@kiddo-preneur.com or visit our website at www.kiddo-preneur.com.